And on this most momentous of days, Lewis Hamilton won 100 Formula One Grand Prix victories. Toto Wolff joins us now. Toto, what a drive from Lewis to take win 100. It had to be called right, and ultimately, as I understand it, it was Lewis that made that call.
It was a tricky drive at the beginning. We didn't really make a lot of progress, and yeah, fair credit, it was the weather frog that made the call on the pit wall. Rich and the strategy team, they were adamant that the rain was coming, and he resisted a bit, but in the next lap he took it.
You had a great battle with McLaren throughout the day as well. Found it difficult to get through Daniel early on. Ultimately, that pit stop, Daniel coming in a little early, managed to help with all of that. Just how strong were McLaren today? Obviously, same engine as you guys, a good partner for you there, but a strong showing from them as well.
Yeah, we got help today because Ricciardo's slow stop obviously helped us in the whole thing. The start, he was pretty boxed in, so that wasn't great. So yeah, I think it's a 100th win. That's the most important today. But I think the weather god was with us today, and the strategy god.
And what a time for the Formula One World Championship as well. It's so tight between Max and Lewis. Obviously, Max finishing second wasn't the result that you guys wanted out of the race today, but for the fans, it keeps this thing ticking and moving into the final part of this season.
I think it wouldn't have made much difference whether Lewis finished second and Max, wherever he was, seventh. It would have probably been equal points, like between first and second. So yeah, you take it.
And just another word for Lewis, 100 Formula One victories is just an incredible record. It sounds insane to say it, triple figures for anybody in the history of this sport it is unbelievable. In terms of what you've seen out of Lewis, how long you've known him, in the midst of this championship fight, how good is Lewis? Does he keep getting better every weekend?
I mean, we talk about the 100th victory, and it's going to be in the news for the next 24 hours, but I think the true achievement is only going to be visible in a few years. He's the record holder in those most important statistics on pole positions and podiums and race victories, and that's amazing, and that legacy, nobody can take that away from him.
And a quick word before you go on George Russell. Of course, your driver for next year alongside Lewis, a brilliant P3 on the grid, held his own in the opening part of that Grand Prix today and came home with points once again. That's 4 races in the last 5 he scored points. Yeah,
he was very strong and held it there on his own. Obviously over the race distance, maybe the car is not capable yet of doing the first 5-6, but great drive also.
Thanks for coming on the show, Toto. Appreciate it, as always. Good to hear from Toto Wolff.